begun!
Alright. We've got ads now. Huh? All right. Oh, the leaf. Okay, then let me focus on me. There we go. It's hard to tell. All right, we should be live. Judging from what I'm seeing right now, that's great. We good? How is audio? I don't think I brought the wireless mic with me. I thought I did, but oh yeah, I did. I did bring it. So hopefully, if I were to enable that, it should automatically pair with Pocket 3. Yes, it did. Okay. Yeah, because no. Because the hang on, let me do this. So because we are unable to retrieve the bitrate from the stats URL for wrist, the knobs software, which does the automatic scene switching, triggered because it hasn't detected incoming incoming bitrate data from the stats URL. So that's why the scene automatically changed to tech difficulties, because the program doesn't actually see anything coming in terms of the stats, and thus it's automatically changed. Yeah, so because it doesn't detect any stats, it believes that there is no camera feed and it switches. Is IRL hosting the only RIS provider at the moment? As an endpoint relay server, I think so. I'm not entirely sure, I could be wrong, but from what I have done research about, is I believe IRL hosting is the only one at the present moment. Sad stats. Yeah. Well, welcome in everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. So yeah, today I am just doing a quick test of using the 03W board that I have here. And this is running the IRL box software. I have the Pocket 3 connected via USB cable. And right now I have two internet connections. One is from a Netgear Nighthawk connected via Ethernet cable. And the second is from my personal phone in hotspot mode. So you just updated your nodes for global stats? Yeah. So I learned the hard way before going overseas to Singapore back in 2023 for the anime convention that I met up with Dora and Weekman. Because the knobs at the time, I was only able to configure knobs to receive the Australian-based URL stats. And I don't think they released global stats at the time. So I had to manually configure, one, the BellaBox relay server to push to the Singapore server within the BellaBox software. And number two, I had to go into knobs and change from AU to SG within the URL of knobs, as well as change the media ingest on OBS from AU to SG. And that was back in 2023. So, okay, fine. Oh man. Are we back in focus now? So what I want to try and do is just do a bit of a test. Pushing these buttons now will unfortunately trigger. So I haven't yet configured my IRL box or the API to be communicated via remote yet. So everything that I'm doing here is via local network, in the sense of local being on site and not through the internet. So we have now the ability to zoom in and out, as well as adjust the Pocket 3 camera, the pan and tilt mechanism. So yeah, that is working via the local network. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kez, that's right. Yeah, you created your own servers for the SRTLA. There's something you go into automate on your relay servers, order IP geodetection, and connect to the closest server rather than users having to switch manually. Yeah, that was that was the issue back in 2023. But now, since I have updated my knobs to the global server stats, I'm not having that issue anymore. But when I do go overseas and use the BellaBox configuration, I still need to select which region I'm in, which isn't hard at all, because you can now do that within the BellaBox software itself via the remote. You can change the region that you're in from, say, Australia to Singapore, or I think one region is Japan. So then I think I changed my BellaBox server ingest to Japan when I was in Japan last. Otherwise, I think I changed it back to Singapore when I was in the Philippines. So yeah. Earlier, the button triggered freezing. How long was the freezing for? Sorry, I didn't realize that happened. Okay, so that's something to be aware of, I guess, is as soon as I use the remote, I guess for the first time, is to be mindful of the possibility that it could cause the bit rate to drop. Okay, we're still getting good speeds, at least for now. So, yeah. All right, so I'm just at the shops at the moment. I've done what I needed to do. This is just a test of all the equipment in an IRL setting and not at home. It froze until you did the zoom. About 5 seconds? Okay. So I guess, yeah, to keep that in mind is whenever I want to use the remote we'll try to recreate it again later, probably in another 5 minutes or so. But yeah, okay. So knowing that might be an issue, at least when using the 03W board. As you can see, it's very tiny. Right now, we are consuming about 4.24 watts, maybe. Yeah, it might be the initialized connectivity from the remote to the Pocket 3. But yeah, this is the 03W, and we have a USB hub connected as well. And I have also connected a USB Type-C cable, which is from Signet. It's USB Type-C on one end, and on the other end is an Ethernet RJ45 cable. So I was able to plug that in directly into the Netgear Nighthawk M7 Ultra. So I don't have to play around with adapters to convert from USB-C to Ethernet and then Ethernet cable back into the Netgear Nighthawk. So this is the 03W 2GB version with inbuilt 16 gigabyte eMMC storage. So if you can get your hands, so the 2GB one is the lowest recommended board to use. 1GB might not be able to cut it. This is a 2GB version in terms of the RAM. Anything higher, then yeah, it's better. I wouldn't say better. It's more than enough. If it's over 2GB, it's more than enough. But with testing with the 03W, there has been instances of a bit of stuttering, a bit sluggish, because it's a very small board. I think I'm trying to push too much using this small board. But for the time being, from what you guys are seeing, this is what it's been connected to. A 03W with a USB hub. And the reason why I'm using the USB hub is so that I can connect extra devices, such as a USB Wi-Fi adapter, to here as well. And now we also have a spare USB Type-C port on the hub. So if we wanted to connect to yet another device, at least via USB-C, for internet connectivity, we can. using the IRL box software is also compatible with the Rock 5A and the Rock 5B Plus, which I have tested using the Rock 5A, and it is a lot more stable and a lot more smoother to use on the Rock 5A as opposed to using the 03W. So, yes. A competition goat? No, sorry about that, son. Is it easier for the non-eMMC? It's all the same. So essentially, you would flash the micro SD card first, insert it into the board, and then configure everything. And once you're happy with, I guess, your configuration, you can then flash the internal eMMC board and then remove the SD card. And because the system is reading from the eMMC board, it's a lot faster to read it from the board as opposed to trying to read it from the micro SD card. So, which also means lower CPU usage because you're reading directly from the internal eMMC board as well. I don't know what I will be doing with goats, so. But welcome on in, Suncoast Goats. Hope you're doing well. Also, Happy New Year to you as well. So yeah, this, and then a massive power bank and a router. Although I guess if you have a more efficient internet connectivity system, then you can use that. But this is essentially the entire system. Is a power bank with a Netgear router, the 03W, and the Pocket 3 that's currently being used at the moment. Okay, so it is 2 p.m. and I haven't had lunch yet, so let's go and get lunch. A more efficient internet doesn't exist here. You might order one only for $135 for a gig model. Damn, shit, yeah. The boards from AliExpress, unfortunately, when I bought my boards, they were only like $50. The 2 GB with 16 GB eMMC onboard storage, $50. That was how much it costs from AliExpress. And because they don't stock those boards anymore, you're forced to buy larger capacity style boards. So yeah. Yep, it's bullshit what the pricing is now. Even for the Rock 5A, which I think is a very capable board. If you're going to get a board and you don't, because the 03W, to be very honest, the 03W is very finicky. So if anything that can go wrong, will go wrong on the 03W board, as you have all seen or may have noticed from previous attempts at IRL streaming using the board. If you want a more stable board, I would suggest to get the Rock 5A, at least the 4 GB variant of the Rock 5A. God damn. Holy shit. Yeah. I bought it for $50 Australian plus $20 delivery. So essentially $70 for a 2 GB 16 eMMC board from Radza, from AliExpress of the 03W. The Rock 5A, when I purchased my boards, I purchased a 4 GB variant, and I believe I paid $120 for the 4 GB variant, plus $20 delivery. So yeah, that's not bad at all for a board that has a very similar profile to the Raspberry Pi 4B. Oh yeah, double check the shipping. Yeah, it's crazy. Double check the shipping, at least from AliExpress. But the good thing about AliExpress is it also now accepts the PayPal as a payment system. Whereas before, when I was perusing the site, they only allowed to purchase via credit card or via some form of instant bank transfer, which I wasn't comfortable with. But with PayPal, yeah, I've got all that protection that's built into the PayPal system. Yeah, so when I'm looking at the AliExpress store, I have to, and I see the pricing, I have to also add an extra 10% because they don't include GST. All right, let me check something. I don't think, oh yeah, the battery, okay. Hey Monkey, hope you're doing well. Hopefully it's not too late for you. $75 for the 3W for us at the moment. Okay. Is that the 2 GB version? All right. I've also purchased some KFC, so I have to go pick that up now. 2 GB 16. Okay. I mean, that's not bad, you know, in comparison to, but if you're going to spend the money, I would suggest to get the Rock 5A, just because it's a more of a, it's a better board because of its workhorse. The 03W does require you to utilize a fan in order for it to cool down, because the 03W gets stupid hot. They include taxes for NZ orders. Okay. Yeah, when you get into the cart, it displays how much tax you pay. But when you're just browsing, they don't state this tax. So, yeah. 166 4G, is that with tax? I thought it was 139. Oh, sorry, yeah, because 139 for the 8 GB variant. Tax excluded, so another tax would be $176 plus another $20 for delivery, so that's $200 for a single Rock 5A board. Wow. Wait, what are you using, Corrupt? You said you're using the 5B plus, right? 213 for the 8 GB. What? Wow, okay. I was only looking at the pricing like literally 2 days ago. So you're using the Rock 5B plus, okay. 137 4 GB non-EMC board, including tax. Okay. If you only knew. Oh man. I should have thought it. I still got one brand new Rock 5A and one brand new Rock 5B plus still in its packaging and heat shrinked, right? I can show you one of my spare ones if you want, Corrupt. Also, Corrupt, did you end up getting that 3D printer? All right, it was on back order again. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Let me, I can do that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, pull down. All right, here we go. Let's set it into, oh, it didn't take. Is that even straight? Oh yeah, the roof inspection. Hopefully you didn't. Were there any observable leaks for you? let me just... Ah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I can see a random screen glitch on the bottom of the frame every now and then, so yeah. All right, let's go. We're doing tests, so oh, you bastard. Oh yes, UPSs. Yeah, they're great. After I had like one SSD fail on me, I decided to get a UPS, but specifically just for the PC tower. Even though I've got like 3 monitors and all those lights, I've just whacked the UPS just to provide power to the tower. All right, so I can't turn, and I don't want to get out of the car. So let's take the long way around. Classic Kaz, yeah. Now that they've shut all the car park to the Woolly side, it's a bit of a fuck around. And now that they've converted the bus stop, or the bus exchange, it's, yeah. We'll say welcome in, Brigade. Hope you're doing well, man. All right, so if I remember correctly, you know what, let's just go straight past HJ's. Just driving at the moment, so I can't read chat. Squeal. There we go. Soul food, yes. So for those who might not be aware, the Australian KFC app has $8 box deals at the moment. One of which is 18 nuggets for $8. Another box deal is 5 pieces of chicken for $8. Another box deal is 8 Wicked Wings for $8. And there's a fourth one that I cannot remember at the present moment. So... no, I didn't get one for the internet. I should though. So then I can also provide backup power to the router as well. So then when power goes out, at least then the NBN box will have its own power, and then the router will also have its own power. Don't you fucking do it. Good, 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 good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, I just got a 18 pack of nuggets with a Pepsi Max 1.25 litre bottle and a large chips. Your UPS died and needs to be replaced, but your network can last an hour on battery and 2 servers last about 30 minutes each. Oh yeah, that's right, because you're also hosting quite a bit of endpoint relay servers as well. So yeah, I guess you would need a lot more UPSs to make sure your systems don't go down. Otherwise it will affect other people using your services. So yeah, just testing equipment today. We found out that when I was using the remote to control the zoom on the Pocket 3, it caused about a 5 to 10 second freeze on stream, and then it regained back its video. So, thank you. Nuggies. Let's go. The next ones were smooth, yeah. It only happened the first time. Yeah. Right, let's head. Oh, you fucker. Let's head towards the beach. Well, the Casuarina cliffs, and just eat in the car park. That area has very limited reception as well, so I think that will be a good test for this type of rig setup as well. Ooh. Let's go. Oh shit, yeah, that's right. The new, well, one of the other bus exchanges are on this side, so. Which is a bit insane because in order to walk there, you have to cross a car park. And the car park has no, it's all open car park, there's no cover. There's no shading, there's no structures. So during the wet, if you need to catch the bus from that stop, you're gonna get wet. still be strong. Ah, yeah, we might be entering into a dead zone. Oh, just in case it rains. Okay, let's see. Hopefully we're in a more stable position. A small stack, yeah. Might just use a passive 12 volt injector and feed the 12 volt from the network rack back into the ONT. Yeah, I purchased a couple of 12 volt UPS packs, which were designed for routers to use for my, at the time when I was working on the multi-camera project for the Blackmagic ATEM Mini. Excuse me. And yeah, they worked pretty well. Unfortunately, when I sort of laid it out again, when I went to, when we did our family trip to New Zealand, I brought the multi-camera rig with me. And I didn't bring the UPS because the UPS would count as a battery bank or a power pack, which at the time I would have still been able to bring. It's just that it was extra weight that I could sacrifice, so I didn't want to bring it. All right, let me get something. I don't think I have it here with me. We have a tray. A tray. We have a food tray. Whee! Taste. Actually, should I open the door? Yeah, you know, I'll open the door. I'll put the keys up here. So. All right. We have large chips from KFC. We have supercharged sauce. We have smoky barbecue sauce. And we should have sweet and sour sauce. And then we have our box of nuggies. Nuggies. Yeah, supercharged is spicy. I should put this phone up here so I can actually read chat easier. Yeah, so the nuggets themselves, which is 18 nuggets, cost about $8. Then within the app, it also gave me the option to purchase 2 large items for $5.95. So I was able to purchase the large chips and the large drink for $5.95. So a total of $14.85 within the KFC app. Should put some music on. Key. I did. I did KFC. When I went into Venice. Yeah, I went into Venice and did some KFC there. So yeah. The original chicken, yes. However, the burger, when I had it, I think they gave me like a really bad fillet piece because it was very, very hard and chewy. Rice and gravy, yeah. Mm-hmm. God damn, there's people fucking doing sprints. Oh, they're jogging now. Rocky on the beach. I'll just put the mic there so it's not too close to me chewing. Alright, so just to reiterate, I'm using the Pocket 3 connected by USB into the 03W, and then the software being used is called IRL Box, and we are using the RIST protocol to send the stream out. The RIST protocol has the ability to also bond multiple internet connections together, much like the BellaBox Cloud or SITLA. Right now I'm using 2 internet connections, and I'm also using a DJI Mark II, which has been paired directly to the Pocket 3. One internet connection is from my personal phone in hotspot mode, which is connected to the 03W via Wi-Fi. The second connection is my Netgear Nighthawk M7, and that is connected via a USB Type-C to Ethernet cable adapter. We start work on RIST next week sometime when you finish your custom API. Okay, cool. So if you go into IRLhosting.com, that's where they've also created their own, or they're also hosting endpoint relay servers as well. SITLA for $9.95 US, RIST for $5.95 US, and then RTMP for $9.99 US. So for those who are seeking a more budget-friendly option, then I guess so I can't really give a definitive answer because I don't actually know about what the difference or benefits is between using SITLA or RIST. Because at least down to if you want to break down the answer to someone who's starting out, they both do the same thing. It's like driving to work. It doesn't matter what car you drive, as long as you get from point A to point B. That's all that matters. Maybe it's just a bit more risky. Oh my god. It's risky, yes. You want the budget option? It's going to be a bit risky. You can currently offer private IPs? Yes, okay. They can, I can't. Okay, fair enough. The cheapest price point that I've seen a cloud-based OBS service that also offers a included endpoint relay is probably from a different company called IRL Kit. KIT. So from what I have read, they're offering services for a $50 US, which includes one endpoint relay, whether that be SRT or RTMP. SRTLA, sorry, or RTMP, as well as drop protection. I think they also offer automatic scene switching as well, and up to 1080p 30 frames per second. So instead of like purchasing a big name brand one like IRL Toolkit, which their lowest service is about $129 US, that's more than a 50% saving if you were to go that route. But that is all cloud-based stuff. You currently have 4 IP addresses you could split through into RTMP for one, SRT for another, and RIS for the other. Ah, yeah, yeah. Don't you offer a who did you offer your SRT LA endpoint server to? Was it DJ Reminisce? AW, damn. Yeah, and would that be even worth it? You had a couple in Wellington using one each, and then you offered to DJ Wiz. Nice. I did bring a cup. Alright. $90 AU a month. What's 50 US to AU now? Just so that I can get a comparison. Spinning up at work, yeah. They would have UPS backups, right? Being a work environment, just to keep the racks on. I know for the work I used to work at, for the engineering firm, they do have a UPS system in the tower rack, but it probably would only be able to provide enough backup power for about an hour, and then it depletes itself as well. So yeah, 140 to 160, yeah. Wow, okay. That's, I didn't know that they do that. Is that a common thing? Or is that a unique opportunity for you? No? Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I didn't think an ISP would offer that type of a service. Being a private entity, you know? Unless they need to make money. And just offering like if an office building was offering car parks to be purchased to hire for the year. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, an update that I received in the email as well from Starlink. You could just ask your boss to set up something at his house. He has about 13 pieces just sitting there not being used. Ah, yeah, yeah, true, true, true. But in that regard, for testing, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But if you wanted to ask for a more long-term solution, would that be an ideal situation? Or would that be also be prone to outages just like every other area or data center? Hey Deadpan, welcome in. The PS2 type home lab orientated. PS3. Oh, Jesus. As a backup server for your main server? Yeah, yeah. Like during the cyclone, how up here, how if my power went out, I could then redirect my stream to say your boss's, the server that's hosted on your boss's property. Is that what you're thinking about? Oh, yep, yep, yep. Okay, cool. Faithful, welcome in. Yeah, yeah. So essentially, that scenario is essentially as if you were just, instead of sending the stream to home OBS, it's the same sort of method would be cool to make a team of IRL guys that could do this for each other. Where would you find a group of people like that? Oh yeah. I'll check the bit rates. Shit. It's on this phone. Right, we should be back. I'm just keeping on the bit rate.
But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
There was a couple of Discord servers with IRL streams, but they've been inactive. Yeah, true. Yeah, the nug is too powerful. Must be the salt. Yeah, I'm back. Yes. So, something happened. Not entirely sure what. The camera disconnected. So the IRL box wasn't able to continue to push out a stream because the camera disconnected. I have rebooted the camera. I've rebooted the camera and reconnected the cable, and we seem to be back on again. So, yeah. Hot and spicy, yes. Is hot and spicy available in your areas? Corrupt, or is it like a seasonal thing? Because let me tell you now, in Darwin, it's offered all year round. Hot and spicy chicken from KFC. Good, good, yeah. Nice. I know that going back like 10 years, right? When we were down in Melbourne for some event, and coming from Darwin, where we always had hot and spicy, going down to Melbourne, and then wanting to get hot and spicy chicken, we rock up to a KFC. No, we don't offer it now. It's seasonal. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah. Did you ever have wedges with bacon bits? No. I had the nachos one. Wow. So the camera turning off or randomly disconnecting from the box. How long have we been in IRL though? It says an hour. So we've been live for an hour. We've seen some freeze moments when I attempt to use the onboard remote for pan tilt control. We see some grays because we drove through a dead spot. And now, after about an hour or maybe less than an hour, the camera automatically disconnected for a reason or another. Okay, that's using the 03W. If I was using the Rock 5A board, I'm pretty sure it would be much more stable. Did you ever get Looney Tune cups from the KFC in the United? Yes, I did. We got the tumblers with the faces of the characters. Daffy Duck was one, I think. Tasmanian Devil, maybe. Ads. Yep, no worries, monkey. You're doing God's work, man. The Roadrunner, yes, that's right, yeah. I don't think I was ever able to get Yosemite Sam. True. Oh, did you manage to do your whole checkup thing? Because you mentioned it before, so off stream, you mentioned you had to do a checkup or something. So I need to. Today, wow, okay, Jesus. You went out and about, okay, cool. Did you check up on that restaurant to just say hello as well? Cool. For those who aren't aware, Monkey is currently in the United States. He is currently residing in Minneapolis, in Minnesota. And if you aren't aware, there is something going on there in regards to the federal government of the United States, as well as ICE agents and stuff. So yeah, just as cliche as this sounds, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Also walk the more ethnic corridor to keep the eye nice. Yeah. So it's on the news, so there's really, we're not creating any type of scene here. So there has been mass wrongful arrests and detainment of innocent American citizens from the ICE agents, the federal ICE agents. Now, unfortunately, from some accounts, of witnesses and people who were arrested, wrongfully arrested or detained, and then released, there has been quite a few accounts where the agents themselves don't actually verify the people that they are detaining or arresting. They just grab, nab, and take them back to the facility. And then after a certain period of time, when the facility realizes the person that was brought in is not the correct person on a so-called warrant, they get released. So quite an ordeal for some people as well. Yeah, of the civil, a very civil conflict indeed. Why did this open? Oh. Ah, okay, that's how it's opened. What? That's like trying to take Aboriginals here in Australia. That's like they're the first people. That's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. Wow. Imagine that if immigration were to apprehend a Indigenous person here in Australia. It's like, bro, this is, it's crazy. But yeah, but all the best, Monkey. Be safe. And yeah. So this is a tumbler from Ninja, which is actually designed for carbonated drinks. So yeah, still sparkling or wait, bubble lock. Yeah, so apparently you can keep items cold for 24 hours. It doesn't leak, and it will make fizzy drinks last longer. Yeah, so with other insulated bottles that I have used, I've noticed when I put in carbonated drinks, and then I want to open up the bottle again, I'll open it and the pressure from the bubbles just explode. It's Pepsi Max. I'm trying to watch my figure. 3,000 federal ICE Border Patrol. Yeah. Another piece of evidence, or not evidence, another post that I saw is that Border Patrol only has a jurisdiction of 100 miles within the border. So it's crazy. Oh, Jesus. Stream tears, yes. Full of the tears, yeah, the leak. So I'm just having some chicken nuggets and chips from KFC. So, Oh. It's quite windy today. If I can eat all the nuggets, and but should I? Just because I can doesn't mean I should. Yeah, no, it's fine. I will do the rest later. Shit, no napkins? Damn. KFC been slacking. Okay. We don't need that. All right. Whew. I haven't done any walking yet, but right now I think my tummy is a bit rumbly. So I am going to end stream now, or very shortly, and then I might pick up again later on this afternoon. It's only, oh, it's 3 o'clock. It's only exactly 3 o'clock. All right. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in, and all the best to everyone. Hope you have a great afternoon, good night, or good morning, depending on where you are. And I might start back up the stream later on this afternoon or later tonight. So I think this is a pretty successful test. Again, we're using the Pocket 3 connected via USB cable to the 03W board. We also have 2 internet connections, one of which is the Wi-Fi from my personal phone in hotspot mode, and the second internet connection is from a Netgear Nighthawk M1. We are using the 03W board using the IRL box software, and we are pushing out a stream using the RIST protocol with bonding as well. So yeah, I'll have to look back through the VOD and see if there's anything that we can look at and see if we can improve on. All right, so thank you to everyone who's tuned in, and I will catch you next time.
You didn't say the magic word. You didn't say the magic word.